Sun Devils Open Conference play road game at Baylor in Waco, Texas. Tomorrow it's time for our weekly visit with the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Kenny Dillingham, who joins us right now on Arizona Sports via video. Good morning, Coach. How are you today?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Doing well. Heading into this game, obviously a Big 12 opener, big test. Baylor, a really good football team. How pleased are you with the progress your team made last week? I thought it was your best complete effort against Texas State. How pleased were you, and how ready do you think your team is for this challenge, Kenny?
Yeah, I mean, I've been happy with how our guys have played the last 6 quarters. I mean, 12 possessions, 9 scores in the last 6 quarters, and we've defended 13 possessions with giving up 4 scores, which is good football. That's field goals and touchdowns combined. So I've liked how we've played the last 6 quarters. We got some guys dinged up this week, and we got guys that got to step up and play good football. Baylor and us are tied for longest Big 12 winning streak in conference play. So, these are 2 really good teams going at each other.
Yeah, Baylor last year, maybe under the radar a little bit, finished with 6 consecutive victories in conference. So, what's problematic about this program? What do you have to do on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, well, one, they got a really good quarterback. And then the second problem is Coach Aranda goes for 4th downs, and a lot of them. As much, if not more, than anybody we've faced yet. They went for a 4th and 3 on their open. They went for back-to-back 4th downs in their 2 opening drives versus SMU. 4th and 3 on their own -40. They've got 4th and 9s. I mean, they go for it. So when you face a good offense and you're also defending 4 downs, that makes it harder to get them off the field. And you're facing a good quarterback. Then defensively, they bring pressure on 50% of downs. They're called simulated pressures. It's actually not pressure. It's just they're bringing 1 and they're dropping another guy out. So they're still dropping 7, but they're rushing 4. And you got to be able to figure out how they're adding the hats. So they just do a really good job schematically, and then they have good players.
Kenny Dillingham, our guest every Friday here on Bickley Marotta Mornings. Going back to the Baylor offense, you mentioned their quarterback, Sawyer Robertson, really good, put up huge numbers. He's at the controls of that offense, but he also has done a really good job through 3 games, Kenny, of spreading the ball around to a bunch of different receivers. They've got 5 guys with over 10 catches. How challenging is that for you defensively, especially considering what you mentioned earlier? You got some guys dinged up in the secondary.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Spavital does a great job. I mean, their system is about spreading it around. I mean, 4 verticals, Y cross, trail concepts, deep choice. I mean, it's built to get the ball to multiple people on the field based off of what coverage you're in. So he does a good job just taking what the defense gives him. And that's a challenge because you've got to cover everybody and you've got to cover them for 4 downs.
One of the things I've heard some Sun Devil fans wondering or debating over the past week or so is schematically, should your offense center on the running game or should you be a pass-first kind of team? What do you think about the offense, and what is the best way to unlock the potential of it?
Yeah, I think we have the last 6 quarters. I think, like I said, 9 of 13 drives for us with our ones have ended in scoring drives. That's pretty good football right there. I mean, usually get about 11 to 12 possessions in a game. A team like this will get that. So if we were to score on 9 drives, that'd be pretty fired up. Don't anticipate that, but that'd be good. To answer your question, I would say you got to have both. You can't be a team that just runs the football. You can't be a team that just passes the football, in my opinion. I think you have to have balance. I think every championship offense starts by establishing a run, though. That's just my opinion. That's my belief. So I do believe we have to establish a run. I think the run opens up everything else. And that's just my belief. There's other people that believe you can sling that thing around 70 times and go in a lot of games, and they can do that too. I just believe in establishing the run, shortening the game a little bit. In
terms of the subject of spreading it around, we talked to you earlier in a previous visit about that, and last week it got a little bit more evened out. Shimon Mateer became a factor in the passing game, and I thought that was huge, not only to reward him for his blocking against Mississippi State because he is also a weapon, but how much does that free things up to have another non-Jordan Tyson target that involved in the passing game, Kenny?
Yeah, it was huge for us. I mean, The key was we got more plays. In the first 2 games, we
Yeah.
went 3-and-out in the first 6 quarters so many times. You don't have enough plays to get people the ball. And it's one of those deals, you run 20 plays in the first half, and if you hand it off 11 times, it's not enough. Well, then you hand it off 14 times, it's like, well, other people can't get involved, right? So when you don't convert third downs, it creates a mass of issues. Last week, we were able to stay in good down and distances. We converted third and fourth downs, which allowed us to get the ball to more people. So we've got to continue to be more efficient on third and fourth downs like we were the last 6 quarters. That will allow guys like Shaman and Malik and all these other guys to get involved more in the passing game.
You're in the middle of a stretch of games against Texas teams. I believe it's 5 in the span of 6 weeks. And to give an idea of how much talent is in Texas, all you have to do is go back and look at what North Texas did to Washington State about a week ago. What are the challenges of that? What are the benefits of it, Kenny?
Yeah, challenges are every game is a toss-up. I mean, that's what's crazy about this league is last year we won every toss-up. Every single toss-up we won. That's not normal. Like that is not.
Right.
That's why the season was the season, right? But so you can't get lost in the fact that that's rare to do that, because these guys, they live and breathe football in Texas. Like, you live and breathe it. That's what you do. Like, they go to every game on Friday night. They go to all the JV games on Thursday night. They go to the college game on Saturday night. They go to somebody's house and watch it on Sunday night. And then they go to the freshman game on Wednesday night, and they're like, what do we do Monday and Tuesday? Like, this sucks, right? So I think that it's just, they live and breathe it. And, there's other places that live and breathe it too. But that's definitely a place that, they identify with football season. And it's a great challenge. I mean, that's why this league is very, very difficult.
Kenny Dillingham, the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils, our guest here every Friday on Bickley and Marotta mornings. Last week, when we talked to you going into the Texas State game, one of the key things defensively was to shore up defending the big play, the explosive plays. Mississippi State got you for a handful. Obviously, big improvement there. How much does that remain a concern or like a talking point going into a game against Baylor?
Yeah, always a huge concern. For every defense, you don't want to give up big plays. I think how you do that is different every week, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think last week it was, our soft coverages, make them throw underneath, tackle the ball carrier. So I think every week there's a different way. And I think our guys really bought into the strategy behind taking that away. I mean, we're 1 fourth down stop from that being the least amount of points Coach GJ has ever given up in his head coaching career. He's a really, really good, phenomenal offensive coach. So we were 1 fourth down stop away. So great job by our defense. This week, different challenges. These guys are unbelievable with the ball in their hand. Unbelievable. One of the top teams I've ever played run after catch. So we've got to be able to get these guys down. We've got to be able to run to the football. We can't allow intermediate and short passing game to go for 12, 20, 30 yards. If they throw the ball intermediate or short, we cannot let it get over 10 yards. We have to tackle it. We have to get it down. If they throw it for 12, we got to tackle it at 14. If they throw it for 6, we got to tackle it at 9. We cannot allow intermediate passing game to create big plays.
That's a great point. All right, my last question for you. There are 3 teams in the Big 12 that are ranked. You guys are not one of them. I believe it's Iowa State, Utah, and Texas Tech. Some Sun Devil fans have been really, really offended by that, especially that you didn't get any bounce from last week's victory. I know you don't really care about that stuff, but is there a feeling now that maybe the whole thing has gone back from hunted to hunter for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think our team definitely, it's more comfortable, in this world where, we suck again. So I think that's positive. I think anytime it's hard when you have a season like we did last season, you can say what you want to say, but that was the 4th biggest underdog season in the history of sports, statistically, right? So the emotions of it are not to be duplicated ever again.
Right.
You'll never duplicate it. So you have to really kind of reestablish standards and goals and expectations, and you have to find your own wavelength for this team because there's no way to duplicate that emotion. So if you can't duplicate that emotion, you have to find your own wavelength and your own beat to our team's drum. And I think we're finding that, and I think we're going to continue to find that And the goal is to find it and then become better and better and better and better as weeks progress. And I think the last 6 quarters we have gotten better, 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 and better.
I know the focus, Kenny, is on Baylor tomorrow, and you're not thinking about next September. But let me just ask you: have you ever been to London, England?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe when I was younger or something. You know what? I did. I went with my now wife's family on a cruise, and we stopped there.
There you go.
It was like a stopping point. I guess so. Yeah. I don't know much about that. You know, that's for the people that just say go play the games. But yeah, who knows?
All right, Kenny, great
Thank you,
stuff.
Kenny.
Thanks so much for the time. Best of luck against Baylor. We'll talk to you next Friday.
I appreciate it. Go Devils.
Thanks, Kenny Dillingham. Weekly visit every Friday morning
so
here
good.
on Bickley and Marotta Mornings.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.